Hi, Sumit.
Oh, I didn't remember that we decided to wear red today.
It's Christmas because Gaurav has created our speaker card and it's completely Christmassy. So I thought
Christmas.
let's go with the Christmas
Definitely go
theme.
with the spirit. Hello, everyone. How are you? So yeah, I can see the chat window. People are coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
It's the weather. I think the weather was so bad out there, and I was
yeah.
traveling to get to this point. So yeah, mm,
So, are you going to share your screen, Sumit, or should I share?
I think you can
Uh,
start from yours, and then I can switch to mine when.
okay,
Yeah, we can start
okay,
from there. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, no worries. Then let me share my screen. Uh, so, just a minute. Mm, So this is our presentation. So yeah, so sorry guys, because when I'm sharing my screen, I couldn't see any chat or anything. If you have any question, put it in the chat. Sumit is there. So Sumit, you can look after the chats and other stuff there.
Yep. I'm taking care of
Okay.
my attendees.
So here is the empowering your Flutter app with the AI using the Firebase GenKit because you know that I'm the Renuka Kelkar. I'm a Flutter GD and I'm giving a talks doing the workshop from last 5 to 6 years now. And along with this, I'm working at Code Magic where I do the DevRel and the field marketing role. And along with me, here is Sumit with me. So Sumit, you can introduce yourself.
I know we've been partnering crime for a while, but yeah, quick introduction. There is a spelling mistake, but that's fine. So I'm Sumit Damodran, founder of No Wallet, doing a lot of business slash strategy consulting. Currently, if I have to rethink of my profession or my title, I'm kind of a CPTO, Chief Product and Technology Officer. Yeah, and in healthcare. So that's my current gig. Yeah, but it changes. Um, and about today's topic, it's an interesting one. We've been thinking about this topic for a while. We did something at DevFest,
Yes.
and then we challenge ourselves. So if you look at me, although we are smiling and I have a brighter face, and Renuka has it, but from the last 2 days, we actually have been sleeping at 2:30 to bring this content to you guys. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
so so it will be fun today,
Yeah, and
Renuka.
anybody thinks that like, oh, I already joined their session in the DevFest, so it's not a copy of that session at all. We just use our some slides from there because our introduction slide and all this stuff, we took it from there, but it's a completely new, fresh content. So yes, that's true. Let's as you all know, like we are in the Gemini era. Everyone is talking about the AI from la small kid to the the old man. Everyone is talking about AI, and they are using the AI in their day-to-day life. It's like an integral part of our life now. I feel like our life. I can't imagine my life without now AI because we are very much used to do and leverage that thing in our day-to-day life, basically. So as you know, I'm a Flutter GD and I developed the Flutter app, and Sumit also do that. He has his used Flutter to develop his own application as well. So we are going to talk about what is the role of Gemini when you have developed any Flutter application. So guys, we are a Flutter developer. That's why we are talking here about the Flutter use case. But Gemini is not only for Flutter. It's you can use for the Android, you can use for the iOS and everything. So just understand the use case, how to use it, and then you can use your own take and you can develop your own application. Okay. So there are three. If you think about the Flutter with any kind of AI functionality, so Gemini can bring you the three different aspect, like that way you can integrate Gemini in your Flutter application. So first is the build with the Gemini API. Second is the Firebase extension, and this is the new kit like a Firebase Gen kit. I think Sumit, it's our journey as well, right? When they announced the JVT with Flutter, right? So we started our session first with the build with Gemini. Then, when they introduced the Firebase extension, we started our workshops on that as well. And now the Firebase GenKit, right? We just go through the flow basically.
Yep. So I think it's the space of things that are changing. Yeah. So things are changing. Google came with Gemini. Yeah, and then we had certain APIs. So when we talk about AI, I think especially for this talk, we're thinking how would this help a developer? So everyone wants to be a part of the AI journey and what's happening and so and so. And most of the developers are either a front ender or a back ender or someone in between. They are not really a data scientist, or they are not really someone who has actually understand. They work with data, but they are not in that space.
Yeah,
So Gemini came. So this is when they had an API for it. Yeah. So built with
yeah,
Gemini API, and then we've been in the space of Firebase for some time. When you talk
yeah,
Flutter, Firebase is kind of a cousin, brother, or sister. I don't know whether it's a male or a female. Sparky is a female, no? So, but yeah. So it's like, okay, how can I actually use something that can help my app, yeah, without
yeah,
thinking too much of data science and everything else,
yeah,
or ML? So extension came through, and then what we are going to uncover today, yeah, which
yeah,
is very, very hot. I think maybe a month or two
yeah,
around when they started announcing it. It was still in preview when we were doing the last session.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
is
Okay.
Firebase GenKit.
Yeah. So, so let's go through this flow and is anybody very much into to learn these things like what we have or mentioned here the three different ways. So we are not going into the depth of that. So first session we created the you can use the Gemini API. So here is the QR code for that. We have created the whole code lab for that, and you can go through that lab and you can create this kind of application. It was like a emoji helper, like a kind of app where you can give the emoji and you can guess the movie name. So that is our first application we have built with the Gemini first in our workshop. So you can use this QR code and you can just explore the things. So the second thing is that the Firebase extension. So we are also not going to talk much more here because we have done so many workshops and so many in many events. So here is the whole article I have written on that. So you can go and scan the QR code for that as well, and you can go through the steps and you can create any application quickly with the Firebase extension. So here is the code lab as well, like the running code. You can just add your own API key and you can run and try this application. It is a very simple application I have created for like someone has asked me where you use the Gemini in your work. I use Gemini in my work, but I use Gemini at my home as well. This is application I created for my son. So my son is very naughty and he always finds some loopholes from the tech. So that's why I have created this application for him so he don't get any answers for any worksheets. So it's a funny part. But yeah, you can go scan the QR code and try it by yourself. So now GenKit. So what is a GenKit? Is first framework to build with the AI power feature for your applications. So why GenKit? Like a GenKit is different. So up till now, what is happening? Because it's a Google, right? And you always I have so many times this question that okay, Sumit, I don't want to use all the time Gemini because they are doing everyone is creating their own kind of models, or there are so many models available on the Hugging Face. You can see that. So how can we integrate that kind of stuff when I'm using the Firebase? That was the question many times in the community. And I think they come up with this, they are coming up with the solution that you can use different elements easily with the Firebase. So this is the solution for that. So let's see why Jenkins. First step is easy to integration. As you know, if you are using Firebase, it always give you the that ease that you don't need to much understand, or you don't need to much do any work for the backend. If you are not a backend developer, that's fine. But if you know Firebase, you can manage the stuff easily. Second is scalability, because the Firebase infrastructure is there and you can have a real time and scalable solution with that. Third is the pre-trained and customized model. As I am not the ML expert, I don't know how to do the models. So there is a pre-trained models. You can use it and you can add it to your application. Third is the cost effective because it's a pay-as-you-go model without any kind of infrastructure. Because if you're creating your own model, uh, it's a like a kind of cost. You have to develop their own things, right? So it's a cost effective in that sense, definitely. It's a seamless Firebase ecosystem because you know that like a Firebase has so many features like a Firestore, auth, cloud functions. There is hosting, so many things is come up with the one package. So it's a, have a really good ecosystem. And security and privacy, yeah, data regulation is a very, very important topic. I think our last session is all about that, Sumit, right? That how you can use the AI securely and the stuff. So yeah, so these are the some points. That's why we have used the GenKit. So some key features in the GenKit. What is that? That you can use the many models and one interface. That is the most important. I feel like the uniqueness of this GenKit. The second is the structure output because yeah, when I'm using the for any kind of AI thing like a Gemini or Chat GPT, like you can see the Chat GPT or anything. So you can see the it generate a different kind of outputs and how I can use the leverage that output in our application. I need some structure to that output. So definitely it will help us to use that and we can give the structure to your output. Then multimodal, definitely multimodal is very important because not all the time you are using just text. You need sometime video, you need sometimes images, right? So all this stuff you really need when you start exploring the AI thing in your applications. Then prompt management. So when you think about the structure, when you thinking about to adding this thing in your production application, you need to care about that how to manage the prompt, how to do the flow, how to inspect the stress. So they all these things, these are the main features of the GenKit. So are you guys excited to explore this? I couldn't see any reactions here, but Sumit, you can see and tell me if the people
No,
are excited or
yeah.
not.
No,
What?
so do you have any questions? So until now,
Yeah.
what we covered is basically it's GenKit is something that is new and it has different features that takes the legwork or the hard stuff away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the main reason for GenKit to exist. It is a recent offering from Google slash Firebase on Firebase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it has all these interesting features. So any questions on that at all? Anyone?
Feel free to ask the question because these are the session where we can discuss, we can explore the different things, right? And don't worry, we are just like we have both the thing. We are doing the demo as well as we are giving this presentation. So I'm going to explain the things, but Sumit is going to show you actual stuff as well. So don't worry. If you don't understand some concept, don't worry about that. So should I go, Sumit, if no one has any question?
Anyone is a bit shy answering, or you have explained it well. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah. So, how to configure the GenKit? That is a question. Like we talk about GenKit, 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 but how it works basically? So before that, we need to understand some key concept in this whole presentation. What is a dot prompt? What is the use of that? What is a flow? What is an injector? What is embedders? What is a retriever? And these are the new concept for myself as well because up till now, before the extension, before the going to explore the GenKit, I don't know about this all this concept because I use directly the API taking the output and showing on my app. But these are the new concepts, and I think we should understand that before to jump into the actual code. So I will explain in step by step in my presentation. So first thing is that like how to integrate GenKit in your application. So you need definitely Firebase. because it's a Firebase product. And then you need to create your Firebase project in the on the Firebase console, and you need to have the updated the plan to the Blaze. You cannot use the like a free plan, a Spark plan to use any kind of features like a GenKit or Firebase extension or anything. You need to be on the Blaze plan. Then you can update the Firebase CLI with the latest version. It's a very easy. Then you can have this kind of the commands. I'm just giving you the idea. Don't worry if you don't understand anything at this point, because it's completely new. But yeah, Sumit is going to take care and he can explain you the all the stuff by one. So don't worry about that. So step one is that you can install the npm, then install the GenKit. It's a globally you can create that. Then create the node project in your application, and then you can start like a GenKit in it. Uh, it will give you like a, when you run these commands, it will give you to select the model, which model you want to use. So right now we have used Gemini, but you can use the Olama or Vertex AI, whatever you want to use it. Um, then this is a very important step because export the Google API key. Without API key, your project will not work at all. So this is the next step. You have to select like export your Google API key. Then start the project with the GenKit start, and when you run this command, you will get a local host with some particular host there, and you will get this kind of Firebase GenKit kind of UI framework where you can play. You can see here different kinds of models available. You can create the different kind of flow, and here are the things like a retriever, indexer, and all this stuff. But yeah, you can change the temperature, you can change so everything. This they have created this GUI, and you can play with that, and then you can use that in your code. So that is the thing we never seen before. Then once when you created this kind of prompt, like see, we have done this application in our DevFest, that we have created the Lego demo, and we have given the like a prompt, and then that gives us like a the whole social media post, as well as it is given us a JSON format as well. So that's how whatever prompt you return, it will give you the output in that structural format. So this is just an idea how it works basically. So then there is a configure GenKit. So here, when you do the configure the GenKit, you have to give the your project name ID, then the Google API key, and yeah, that's it. The other things are the like simple. Then that define the prompt schema. So here they are using the Zord library, which use the uh, validation, the prompt, like a schema, basically. So here you can see that we are using the text and photo URL. So that we have used on our project. That's how you can create the object from that. So that is the thing, the Zord library when you can use for the schema. Then the dot prompt. Everyone is talking about the dot prompt. What is that? The dot prompt is like a kind of, it helps you to formatted your prompt basically, and it will create a dot prompt file for the GenKit. So let's say I can show you. So here is a dot prompt. So here you can see the create a dot prompt. So then you can give the name of the dot prompt. You can select the model, which model you want to use here. Then you can see here is the input schema and the output schema. So what is the meaning of that? Like what structure you want, the what kind of structure you want for the input, and what kind of structure you want for as output, like that you can define here. Then you can define the config as well. And this is a very, very important step. From last many talk, I'm telling everyone that don't ignore this stuff, because it is very important what kind of temperature you are putting here, that gives you the kind of response. If it is zero point 0.9, then it is a randomness, or it is a zero point 0.1, then it is very much into the your kind of whatever is your context, it is giving the response around that. So this is the thing you can go and explore yourself that how it works basically. Then defining the dot prompt. Sometimes you can give the text prompt, but you can use the dynamic as well. Like if you have built any application where you can the user can enter their own text or a user can upload their own images. So that things they can you can add it in your prompt as well. So dot prompt give you that facility as well here. So I think. This is a pretty much you can explore the dot prompt. Is anybody have any question up till now because of dot prompt? I don't want to go very fast. We have a time, so let's go. If you have any question up till now, no. Sumit, I feel today is completely the different kind of what do you say the workshop because I can't see anyone faces, I can't hear anyone voices. I feel like I'm talking for myself only. It's very
No, I think
funny.
they are there. They are there, and uh, there is question. I feel like also
Okay.
we have guys who we know them, so which means that they are actually having with us for some time. So
Okay.
in terms of saying, don't want question. Yeah, there is no stupid questions.
No stupid
You can
question
ask
at
any
all. We
question.
all,
There's
yeah,
there- there's,
yes.
there's one question which we should answer. Now. Can the output be of multiple formats? Yep.
Yeah, you can do that. Like how you write the prompt, just like I have shown you here, that in this prompt, we have asked them to give us the social media post with the bullet points, and we asked them to give us a JSON format as well. So they have given the both the thing to us, right? So you can like that is what like you can structure your output through this dot prompt basically. That is why they have used the
Question in
dot.
different format. Yep.
Yeah. So that is done. Then the what is a flow? So flow are the functions that are strongly typed, streamable, locally and remotely callable. And Firebase GenKit provide the command line interface for that, and you can debug this flow. So, when you develop in any AI application, right? Though you need kind of some kind of flow into your application, like some when you do the application, like a first thing, what kind of output you are taking, and then you can give that output and you can send that output to something for the input as well. So these kind of structure you need a flow, and that process is called the flow in the GenKit. And in GenKit you can see here you have to create a flow first. You can define the flow like a flow name. Again, just like I mentioned, this is Z is for the Zod node basically. So the input schema, what kind of like a structure you want, like a any means like a it can be string, it can be integer or anything. Then output schema, we want string output only, and then you can give the authenticity. Then you can have the input schema as argument. So these are the structure again you can define for your flow as well. Okay. So that is a flow in the GenKit. So if you want to explore more all this thing, you can go on this link. I have put it the QR code for that. You can go and explore all these things in this document. So they have put it everything in the Firebase Jenkins doc. So yeah. So now the next thing is that what is the problem? Is anybody have this kind of question? I am a like a kind of having the all the time so many questions. I'm a George. Like if you have seen that Curious George uh, cartoon coming on the TV, like and he's always having curious question. I also have that. Okay, guys, I'm using ChatGPT. I'm using Gemini, and what happened? I'm putting some kind of prompt, but I'm getting a very different kind of the uh, output. It does happen with you guys as well that sometimes it's give us a funny reply and that is not useful. So sometimes my son is using ChatGPT And he's saying, Mom, don't depend upon ChatGPT because it's not always right. Now the small 8-year old kid also understand that ChatGPT not use always give the right answer. So that is the problem because it is giving the random responses. And if you are using this functionality in your production ready application, you can't bear this kind of cost that if the application is giving the random response. So what is the solution for that? The solution is that retrieval augmented generation. And what is that RAG and how we can leverage that in your application. So GenKit allow you to do that basically. So what is a RAG stand for? Just like I mentioned you, the retrieval augmented generation. I'm not going to like the technical language, but I can explain you in a simple words. So what is happening here? I have like a here I have put it one diagram as well. So I'm giving any prompt and I know the AI can generate everything, but I can attach my own library or I can attach my own database and ask ChatGPT, so, okay, you have this data in yourself, but you can use my data as well to have like a kind of get a query from that. And you can see what kind of data come up from my database and use that information and add that information with your prompt and then give me the response. So that is more kind of authenticity to your responses basically. So let's say what is the use of that. So it can be more cost effective because you because what is happening this kind of functionality you can tune your model for your own purpose. Let's say I have a application with healthcare, okay, or I have an application for my own company. I have some data which is only specific for my company. AI doesn't know about that, right? ChatGPT, Gemini doesn't know anything about that. So I'm providing that extra data to the Gemini before showing the output. I'm asking them just use that data and use your own knowledge and combine that whole thing and then give the output. So that is the basically the simple word understanding of the RAG. So now why you can use it? It can be more cost effective because you don't have to retrain the model. Because the fine tuning the model, it's a really good idea, but it needs some resources, it needs a cost because you need to high process machines for that, and then they need some kind of infrastructure to do that, so right. So if you don't want to do that, then you can use the RAG and you can just plug in your own database or your own like a kind of document with the that system. And the another thing, always whatever in a tech is advantage, there is some disadvantage as well. Because of this, you are adding your own data, the prompt will go bigger and bigger. Okay. And this kind of LLM API services charge for each input token. So you have to you have to pay little bit cost of in that sense, but you can find out what kind of way which is more cheaper for you, and you can explore this thing. But this is a just a simple idea to understand how the RAG works basically. Is anybody have any question for about the RAG? No, no one has any question. That's good. So what GenKit framework offers the things for us then? So GenKit, when you creating using the RAG, so GenKit provided three different abstraction for us. The indexer. So it will add the index. The index is responsible for keeping track of all your documents. You can quickly retrieve the relevant information from that documents and the specific query. And this is accomplished by the vector database. So these are and you can use the indexes in your document with the multidimensional vector called the embeddings as well. So which it will help you to go to the exact answer near to that particular query basically. So the indexing, you need to do that, and that helps to get the proper specific query for the relevant documents basically. It will find it through your database or in your document. Second is the embedders. So when the what is the embedder role in here? So it transfers the document into the vector. The embedder is a function that takes text content as a text, image, audio, etc., video, and create the numerical vector that encode with the semantic meaning. So you can heard about the embedding, right? I think last week, Sumit, right? Gus has given a talk on the JEMA, right? And he explained this kind of very nicely what is the embedding and what is the use of that. So if anybody wants to explore, I have put it the QR code about that as well, and go and check this documentation as well. So this is the second thing the GenKit provided us. And third is retrievers. So whatever information you have given there, it will find out the written relevant document through that information. And this again, this information method can give the provider needed in data to show you on your as an output. So these are the three things you can use it. Don't worry if you don't understand right now, because this is completely technical and I'm putting all the text. But Sumit is going to explain when you can see actual on that GenKit GUI, that how what is the retriever, how you can see the information there. So we can see everything in the demo basically. So this supported the indexer, retriever, and embedders. The for that, these are the some plugins. It is officially supported for that. Cloud Firestore, Vector Store, or Vertex AI, and everything. And they can also use, like you can see here, the addition GenKit support the following vector stores through the predefined code templates, and that is a Postgres SQL. So, like everyone knows that Firebase is a no SQL database, but now you can have a leverage of the SQL kind of Postgres SQL database through the Firebase with their data connect. So yeah, I'm not going through in deep in that side, right, Sumit? We can maybe have another session only for the data connect and what how everything works basically. But
Mhm.
this is the thing, right? Do you want to add anything, Sumit, here?
No, as you said, there was a question around that. Basically, what people are thinking of, or Java asked, there is a perception or hesitation around, okay, Gen AI, uh, the accuracy and everything else. Yeah. So with Gen AI accuracy, there is RAG as a solution, and then on top of it, do you want to just stick to Google or Firebase or Gemini? And
Yeah,
the answer for that is also no. You don't need to, because there are other options that you can always use. And
yeah,
RAG is a way to actually do that by using different indexer and retrievers in the plugin. Yeah, so it supports plugin. Yeah, so you
yeah,
can plug
yeah,
it in. uh, or create
yeah,
your own plugin if you need to. So that was a question from Javad.
yeah,
So if we are using AI to generate code, uh, yeah, can they actually add something? Yes, definitely you can add a bit more. So, and I've seen it out there, even Cody and the one from Google. What you could do is you could actually point it to your private
mm,
repository. So it's a
yeah,
bigger organization,
yeah,
it's a bank or something like that, and they says, you know what, we actually have our own authentication or something like that, while and also our own methodology or patterns, and then you can use that and point it to your own code libraries or your own repositories, and then it
yeah,
can bring that information back. Yeah,
yeah. So the
which is
next thing,
something that you
yeah,
will see today. Yeah. Oh yeah, there
yeah.
you go. Sorry, I was ahead of it. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is like a demo now. So I think from here, like I can go through the one, two, three slides, and then you can take it over, Sumit.
Sure.
So for the demo, so Sumit is going to show you the demo and how you can, if you already have accounts and everything, then you can maybe work around along with the Sumit, and you can see the output as well. So this is a demo. Sumit will explain this stuff, but before that, these are the QR codes which we are going to use today. So you can scan this QR code. and you can go and find out this code lab and everything and how we can work it. So this is one QR code. And second QR code for this, they have written a blog on that. So some guys will think, oh, guys, you have just go through this and you have just created this talk. It's not like that at all. We spend like a 3, 4 nights to understand ourselves, the stuff, and then we have created this whole thing today. So this is just like an explanatory thing for you to understand this more. But yes, we can explain the more from this. So this is scan the QR code for this as well. Maybe after my presentation, I will put it in the chat as well, all the links. So this is one. This is a one. You can go for this GitHub repo and you can scan. You can clone the project as well. And third is that this is a project IDX. So you can go and open the project IDX on the web. So these are the things I want to discuss here. But no, now everything is taken care by Sumit. He's going to explain you this stuff and then he can do the demo as well.
Okay,
So no
so
more
we do.
talking from
So,
my side.
so this is a workshop style. No, you should be talking in between and help me. Yep.
Yeah, 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 sure, sure.
So this is a workshop today. So as you know from the previous sessions, Saturdays are our workshop days. So has anyone heard of? Okay, Renuka, if you can share the next slide. Has anyone heard of the Compass app, or
Yeah.
do you guys know anything about that at all, or done as something similar? No answer.
Okay,
Nope, nope, nope. Yep, and that is
okay.
why, as even though this was out there, so when they announced GenKit and also during the I/O, yeah, they
Yeah,
have this code lab, and they announced it out there saying there's a Compass app which Google has created to showcase, yeah, uh, the power of AI
yeah.
using Gemini or any other model. Yep. And
Hmm.
what we'll go through today is actually how do they build this? The screenshot that you can see over there. So it's around places. Yeah, we are going on a holiday
Yeah,
and we want to know what's the best way of, give me a best way of enjoying or making sure that I have everything planned. Yeah. So we're asking AI saying, help me with planning a holiday trip. And this is when I'm trying to go. uh, these are the people accompanying me, and this is my budget. Yeah,
mm,
suggest me some stuff. At the same time, also, if I'm a food lover or something like that, suggest me some favorite restaurants and so on. So all of that is in this code lab. It's a lot of richness. Yeah. So we saw it. We thought maybe you guys have done this before or not, but it's a good idea to actually uh, work on this together. Yeah, if you guys have not done
yeah,
it. Yeah. So scan this QR code for now, and
yeah,
I'm gonna go back and start sharing my screen.
yeah. So let me stop sharing my screen now and stop the presentation mode. Stop sharing my screen now. Yes, Sumit, now you can take over from here. Sumit, you are on mute.
It has to happen. So what I was saying is basically before we start, we want to make sure that we understand it and also know how can I run it locally. Yeah. And then we use IDX and the code lab. So if you want to have GenKit locally, yeah, you need to have Node installed on your machine. So if people are you guys following, you can actually work with me. Yeah. So open terminal, then type node hyphen v. Yeah. So checking the version of the node. Version should be greater than 20. Okay. The next thing to do is to install GenKit locally. locally. Yeah, so npm install. I have already done it. Yeah, but still hyphen global GenKit. Okay. Uh, Good type. Yeah. So I did already install this, so it may be a bit more faster. So it's going to take the latest version of GenKit, and that's a risk actually I just took by downloading something too hot. I think they did an update last week, no, Renuka? So
Yeah.
now what you can do is to actually, if you are following me, yeah, make directory, and this is just a demo, yeah, GenKit intro, yeah, cd GenKit intro. Okay, so I have an empty directory. So if I ls, nothing is in there. Yeah, if I print working directory, I can see I am in my code demo GenKit intro folder. Okay, so I'll say GenKit because I have installed it globally, GenKit init. So I'm initializing GenKit on my local folder, which it did not. Npm install GenKit init. npx GenKit. Let's try that. Cannot determine GenKit. Interesting. Let me just redo my terminal and see if that works out. Yeah. It is not helping me.
Are you on the right folder, Sumit? Like, no. Mm.
Today I'm struggling with one monitor. I have to switch around.
No worries, no
So
worries.
let me see if I can find the same step. Or maybe I missed one step. So
Yeah,
Firebase, Fire base GenKit
yes.
initialization. Okay.
It always
So
like a risky to give a live demo, right?
live
Sumit,
demo.
live coding
Yes.
is always risky.
So get
And
started.
it's
So
not
I haven't done
yeah,
yeah, I haven't done anything different than this. Yeah. So basically, I checked my version of GenKit. Yeah. So Node.js version 2.0. I need to have Node.js and npm installed. Yeah. And basically, this was the command I did. Yeah. npm install GenKit globally, or you could run the same command here. So let me try this one on my VS Code. Okay, which is exactly the same command I did before. Yeah, but as I said, they are changing almost on a daily basis. Yeah, the next step, again, if you remember from our presentation, is to actually get access to the API key. Okay, so to get access to the API key, you open the Google AI Studio. Okay, so aistudio.google.com. Yeah, and then you should be having uh, some project. If you don't, click on create an API key and then generate one. Yeah. So I'm going to use an existing one, which I will delete it later. Yeah. So now I go back to my VS Code, and run this command. Yeah. So export Google underscore Gen AI underscore API underscore key. Yeah. Google underscore Gen AI underscore API underscore key. Yeah. Let's just reconfirm that. So Google underscore Gen AI underscore API underscore key equals to the key
So
that you
that
copied
key is
from.
equal to capital. It's not a small.
Okay, that's a good, and that actually definitely affects. Yeah. So key. There you go. So at least someone one I got one audience at least. Yeah. Yeah. So what it does, what you do is basically you can make the first request by writing the code like this. Yeah, where you saying import Gemini from GenKit AI and Google AI, and then pass in the model and make a request. Or you could actually do a GenKit init here. So we will do this one. Yeah. So the next step is this npm install d GenKit CLI. Then did they change the init at all?
Yeah, they like a we got to know that they are doing changes every day now, every day. Like guys, if we are doing this demo today, and if you want to try it, just try it in 1 or 2 day because they told us that they are doing many changes. So if you want to try it, just do it in 1 or 2 day. After that, we
There's a
don't know.
new one. Mm,
New one.
yeah. So if you look at it, my folder is still empty. Yeah. So what
Yeah,
I'm trying to do is I'm saying install again GenKit CLI. Yeah. And
yeah.
then from after installing the GenKit CLI, yeah, I should be able to do command, and I think I still need to do GenKit init, no? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hmm,
Have we integrated the Firebase in this? Firebase CLI and all the stuff.
got the GenKit folder. Yeah, so I don't even have to do init yet.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah,
So what if you see is basically it's running locally.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
HTTP localhost 4000. And when you open HTTP localhost 4000, it says your application must be running in dev mode and either use GenKit start or set in the GenKit environment as this. So this is what you get, yeah. And when Renuka was talking about you need to have flows, yeah. So what you do is you create a flow. Yeah, flow is set of instruction, and instruction is what instruction do you want to do, and these are the prompts. Yeah, so it provides a way where you have a kind of a code version of a prompt saved on your local machine. Okay, that a flow can run. Okay, so I hope I was able to showcase these things by how you can set this locally. Yeah, so this is how you set it locally. Make sure that you have GenKit, where is it called? You have Node version, you install GenKit, then you do, I think we are missing this step. You init the GenKit, and then once you init the GenKit, you can start working on it. Yeah, and then you do GenKit start. Okay. So you felt it like it was changing, and it is uh, since it's always changing and setting up local machine is difficult. Yeah, we're gonna do fast forward for this workshop to see how we can actually build this Compass app. Yeah, because it is an app that needs the Flutter Firebase. So what is the architecture of this app? So the architecture of this app is it's a Flutter app or any UI. Yeah, that uses speech to text. It can be hosted on Firebase hosting. It can use Google AI. Yeah, and this is currently using Gemini 1.5 Pro. It could also use Gemini 1.5 Flash. Yeah, it will be using the Gecko embeddings for text. Yeah, which is a way to do vector search between text. Yeah, and then it will use Firebase Data Connect for its RAG. Yeah, so we'll see how this all work together. So if you guys are still there and if you're following me, open this, which is the GitHub account. If you, Renuka, can you share that on the chat window if you can? Or I will share it if you were not. You are muted, Renuka. Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I
Okay.
just done that.
So go to this code lab. It's not exactly a code lab, but this is where they have pushed in the code. Okay. Is everyone there, Renuka? Is anyone there?
Yeah, yeah.
Is anyone following me? Okay.
So guys, who is following Sumit? Just put in your, okay. People are saying yes. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay,
Good.
that's it.
There are two ways of doing this. As I said, either you set it up all locally, yeah, which will take time, yeah, and we saw
Yeah.
that I already failed today, this morning. I won't say fail; it's just some step I missed. Yeah.
No.
So just as an example, to show you guys, yes, I've done this on my local machine before. So it says I have this Compass AI travel sample pack. So you can actually download the code locally. And if you download the code locally, you get the whole source code of what we are going to be doing locally. And if you if you want, you can even run this. Yeah. People from the world of Flutter, I know there's not maybe not everyone is Flutter here. Flutter is just the UI part of this project. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so people who are from the world of Flutter, they will know that there's a lib folder, and the lib folder there's main.dart, and then we're not going to focus too much on the UI today, yeah, because it's simple UI. Yeah. Then it has two parts. One is the legacy, where it actually says, okay, I want to build an app without being dependent on AI. And the second part is I want to build an app where I am dependent on AI. So similar stuff of what is there for legacy, yeah. But in this case, they are actually using AI. Yeah, so that's if you want to explore and explore the code and work locally. Then, if you noticed when I ran through the architecture of this app, we are using GenKit. So GenKit is all in GenKit folder. Yeah, and Renuka discussed and talked about prompts. So you can see there is prompts here. There are different types of prompts. We will explore that. Then what we also have is in the source folder, yeah, we have flows. Renuka discussed flows. Yeah, so there's a flow where we are saying I would like to do an itinerary. And then there is a retriever. Yeah, that we'll use for RAG. Yeah, so the GenKit itself will have its own source code. Yeah, I think I just saw the message on the chat. I think Rukia was saying, is this all JavaScript? It's mostly TypeScript. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's basically run behind the scenes. But when you're thinking of, I'm a developer, I'm a Flutter developer, I'm a Go developer, I am a React developer. Yeah, what you're doing is you're using an API to connect to GenKit. Yep. And you will see another folder, which is the data connect folder. That is where you will have a schema defined. Yeah, and the schema, that's something that we'll be using for uh, planning an activity. Yeah, so it will have a schema for activities, and it will have schema for places. Yeah, so just giving an overview of how what's the structure of this app. Yeah. Question till now? You don't have to download locally. We will run through that on IDX now. Yeah. So the next thing is actually move it on IDX. Yeah. So this is the source code. Even if it is few people, I'm just waiting. I'm going to take a pause to see if people can catch up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next step we'll be doing is basically try it in IDX.
Yeah. So
I'm
guys,
going to take a
please, if
pause.
you want to do if you want to really follow on with Sumit, then just go and step by step, because this thing what we are doing here, it's not recorded, or it's not put it anywhere in their doc or anything. So we figure it out how it works basically. So Sumit is going to go. take you there, like how, what are the steps you have to follow when you use the IDX. And mostly people, you should use the IDX because it's a predefined environment there, and you don't need to install anything on your site. So if you are not a Flutter developer, it's also help you that you don't not need to install the Flutter and all this stuff. So it's a very easy to work around. So try do this
Okay,
with
so
your
should I
IDX.
continue then, Renuka?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
Yes. People are saying yes.
Okay, people are saying yes. So what I did is, again, let me go one level back. Yeah. So on this on GitHub account, they have created an IDX template, which means you don't need a computer. You don't. Everything will be running in the cloud. IDX is a cloud-based IDE. Yeah. And therefore on the template, yeah, they have everything set up for you. Yeah. So I'm saying template compass. Yeah. So don't change this. And I'm gonna say GenKit demo. And what's the date today? 7th December. Yeah, 7th December. Okay. Name doesn't matter. Yeah. So just putting a name here, create. So that's the name of a workspace. Just to give you guys, if you guys are not familiar with IDX itself, yeah, what they're doing is they're actually, so this is where the template is. So when you create a template for IDX, you actually have a .idx file. In here, yeah, Google is creating an environment for you, yeah, where you could set up an environment with different tools. Yeah, so in here what it's saying is basically this is a stable channel, use the Firebase tools, use JDK, yeah, Java Development Kit 17, unzip, Postgres, we'll talk about that. Node.js 20, if you guys remember, I said the minimum requirement for GenKit is Node.js 20. Yarn, Node Package Manager, Bun, Zip, Curl. So that's what it is saying you need when you are running the IDX file. Yeah, and then it sets up some environment variables. Then it sets up Postgres. It then says install some extensions, just like I have it for my VS Code. Yeah, install some extensions for IDX. So IDX is a mini VS Code. Yeah, so it actually installs the Dart and the Flutter extension, GraphQL, and the Firebase Data Connect extension. So if you again are planning to do it locally, you can see that on my local machine I have these extensions also set up: Data Connect and SQL Tools. Okay, then next step, what it will be doing. Yeah, so this thing that is happening behind the scenes. Yeah, it then does an npm install on create. Yeah, and then it says, okay, start GenKit, start Flutter, and start a preview window. Yeah, and for the preview window, basically it says run that, which is the Flutter website. Yeah, so we are running it on Flutter web. Yeah, any question till now?
Um, Not as such. Are there any restriction on IDX, like a maximum size of the number of files? I think they have some like a few, you can create few projects, yeah, on the
Yeah,
IDX
there's a
only.
restriction in number of projects right now. Yeah, which means 5, I think. Yeah, but I'm not sure what the plan is in terms of whether this is going to be an enterprise level or different pricing plans and so. But if you want to do a quick demo where you are not dependent on setting up your machine and so, especially around Flutter, I think this is one of the best option I've seen. Yeah. So if you see a lot of red and green, so don't panic. Yeah, let it be as it is. Yeah. So this, as I said, when it starts, it is setting up some IDE extensions. So click on OK for that one. And if you, we know that this is a Flutter project, so run pubget. Don't panic about the out-of-date version for the Firebase CLI. Yeah. And it just, if you remember, I said, well, it's setting it up in the .idx file. It is actually setting up certain tools. Yeah, and all of those tools, when you set up, says, could you please reload me, because the IDX have changed. Yeah, so just do a reload window. Yeah, so some of the error will disappear. Okay, and are we all in this state where there is less red? I'm not saying it's completely going to
Okay.
disappear, all of them. We will work through, but it is less red than how it was. Yep.
Guys, please put the in the comment that you are on this stage. If you want, we can wait for some people are just who are following us. Though we can wait for them as well. If you need some 2 minutes time, we can still wait. We can do that basically. Uh, yep, yep. It is. So we give them 1 minute and then we can go to the
Hmm.
next step.
Sure.
Okay, all good. Okay. Should we go now?
Okay.
Okay, people are
So
saying
now
yep.
on, if you have the terminal window open, yeah, that's good. If you don't have the terminal window open, so on the bottom bar, click on terminal. You'll see two terminals over here. Yeah, it's a bit too delicate, so be sure. So if when I was running through the code, I was showing you guys, yeah, like on the there's a dev next.idx, and one of the thing it does is basically on start, yeah, it is where is the on start gone? On start, it's saying GenKit start and Flutter start, yeah. So these two terminals are that, yeah. So on start, Flutter start, and GenKit start. Yeah? So Flutter start looks good. Yeah, although you don't see a preview here, that's not at all a problem. Yeah, I'll come to explain. I'll explain you guys what does that mean and why is it like this. Yeah, so this is not a real problem. This will keep on spinning. So don't panic. The project is not working. It is working. Yeah. So all you see over here is basically it has done pubget. Yeah, and Flutter is all set up. Uh, the packages are all downloaded, and the main dot dot is served at certain ports. Don't care about that for now, but yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, so this is good. The next thing is basically GenKit start. Yeah, this is what we were trying to do locally, where I kind of stumbled this morning. Yeah, so it actually has installed GenKit as saying I want to start GenKit. Yeah, but this is interesting where when it is doing it, it has a prompt where it is stuck at. Yeah, and the prompt is stuck at is saying okay to proceed, yes or no. Yeah, and we are not able to say yes or no. Yeah, so and maybe my font is I couldn't remember if I can increase the font. No, I couldn't. So over
Maybe
here
you
it says
can just zoom it. You can zoom it so that people can see the code. A little bit zoom. Uh,
hmm, yep.
yeah.
So it says
Yeah.
okay to
Now,
proceed. Yeah,
yeah.
so just press yes, enter. Okay, takes time. So it says, okay, GenKit and developer UI uses cookies. And are you happy? Yes, we are happy for Google to put in cookies on ITX. And it is downloading and registering certain prompts. Now, the next step it says is basically allow this workspace to use a Google account. Why would you do that? So as we said, GenKit uses Vertex AI, yeah, for some model. Yeah, so basically it's another Google product. Yeah. So yes, I would like to allow this workspace to authenticate and use my whichever Google account I'm using for this. So Google AI is my account, and now it is happy. Yeah. So either you have a Google Cloud project, or for this one, you could actually go ahead and create a dummy one. So console.firebase.google.com. If you guys have been in here, I have 2,000 projects, yeah, which are all demo. Yeah, so either you go in and create a new project, or you use an existing demo project. Yeah, so I'm going to use my existing demo project. So I go back in here and says use the Lego demo project. Okay, and the reason why I'm using this is set up for Vertex AI. Yeah, so I'm going to pause here again. If you want to go to your console.google.com and create a new project, and I'm going to just quickly show you what this project. It has a lot of other stuff which we do. Yeah, so this was that we borrowed from our DevFest. Yeah, so over here you can see It's a simple project, yeah, on the machine learning tab. Yeah, I've kind of added, is it a machine learning tab or is it, where's the Vertex AI? I think it was
Vertex
both.
AI. Yeah, so where we added that.
I think we did it here, no? Yeah, I think it is there. So because it has an API. Yeah.
Yeah.
So machine learning, when you click on it, you just say yes, okay, and you get this APIs. Yeah. So it needs that thing. Second thing it needs is basically if you are creating it from scratch, it needs a Blaze plan. Yeah. So by default, it creates a Spark plan, which is free, and this is free, but just in case it will charge you. Yeah, so it needs a credit card behind the scenes. Yeah, so that's why you need to put in a credit card, and whatever we are doing today is all going to be free. But there is a chance that if you do more, then you will be charged, and this card that you are using is the one that will be charged. Okay. Uh,
Sumit, I can give you one idea. Like a people, many times people are very scared to add their cards in there. So what
mm,
is a tip here? You can connect your card and you can give them a limit. I always put as a £1 as a limit, and then if that go up, then it will give you send you the notification that do you want more? Do you want more? Something kind of that. So keep it like that. So it will be not give you any charges.
yep. So, so this is set up now. So the things that we have set up. So let me just review what we just did. So remember, there's a Flutter app. So we got the Flutter app free from the code lab or the source code from GitHub. Then we actually looked into Firebase so that it can actually give us access to GenKit. Okay, so these are the two ticks that we just did. Yeah, tick and a tick. Okay. Now let's just go back. Is there any questions at all on chat, Renuka?
No, no.
No. So if you look at this and if it is working and all connected, yeah, there is a GenKit developer UI. Yeah, and I think what Renuka mentioned in her presentation is it actually gives a better way to access your AI models and run your flows. Yeah, and how do you get that? Which we actually did it when we got it. So localhost 4000 prompts. Yeah, you see that, and it's almost the same that we get over here. Yeah, localhost 4000. When you click on it, yeah, it opens up a new browser. Yeah, welcome to Firebase GenKit. Exactly same as what I was trying to do locally. Yeah, the difference is over here we have the models, we have the flows, and we have the prompts. Yeah, I'll explain you where is it picking that from. Okay, and then if I copy this, yeah, because Flutter is running, yeah, you can see if I change this to 9000, yeah, I got my Compass app also running. Yeah. So Compass app is running at the same URL. I said it too fast. Compass app is running at the same URL, 9000 as a port, and GenKit is running. Let me now. I think I don't need the local version, so I'll close that. And GenKit is running port 4000. And where do you find that information? You find that information in the IDX file, yeah, and Nix file, yeah. Over here it says Flutter run machine D web server, yeah, host name localhost, yeah, web host 9000, and then the web host, yeah. So that's what this is, yeah. So this is the Compass app. You can actually do a quick demo. So you can say, okay, I would like to go to Europe. Would like to go to Europe. I think next week is all holiday season, but you guys are not on holidays. You guys are doing the assignments, no? so, so I want to go from here to here. Uh, so find my dream trip from 7th, from 21st till 21 to 31st. Yeah, save that. I'm just going with my partner. Save and search to Europe. Yeah. And oh, okay. So that's what. So this is the legacy code. Yeah, the hard-coded code. Yeah. So this is what the code is for this one. The one is legacy. Yeah. So that's this. It uses this data set in the assets folder, activities and destination. Yeah. So Europe and so and so. So I want to go to Amalfi Coast. and these are the activities it is showing me for that. And I click on that. So this is not connected to AI. Yeah, it's just simple. Yeah, the AI connection is this one. Yeah, find my dream tip. But in this one, plan my dream trip with AI. Yeah, there it is going to ask AI. Yeah, can you talk to me about, or can you help me with my trip? Yeah, so let's just set that up now. Yeah, so up till now it is all clear to you guys. Yeah, any
But
question?
can we like a wait for like a 2 minutes? Like a guys, if you are in the same state, like a, you got like a localhost 4,000 and localhost 9,000, both of the screens you are already have it. So please put a yes in the comment so that we can go further with the next step. We can just wait for you. The demo you showed is all hard coded. No, the legacy code is hard coded, but the AI stuff is not hard coded. So. Have you got like a Rukia? Have you got these two screens? Like if you got all two screens, just put yes in the chat. Should we proceed, guys? Have you got both two screens? We are waiting for your reply. Should we wait? If someone is working, should we wait or should we proceed?
Yes, no.
Some guys have say yes, but some are. I'm still waiting for other people because there are okay. People are saying yes, yes. Okay, then we can go to the
Okay,
next step. Yeah.
good. So the next thing is I talked about IDS doing some setups. Yeah, it so we got this working. Yeah, where is our working code for yeah, this one. Yeah, we got this working, but it's not connected. It's not connected to APIs or anything else. Yeah, it is just, so what it is currently doing is it's actually looking at the folder called a GenKit, and in the GenKit folder you have defined the prompts. Yeah, so the prompt, let me just explore one of them. Yeah, the prompt I would like to explore is image description. Prompt is nothing but what model is kind of a source control way of defining what you're trying to do. Yeah, so if you guys are used to use ChatGPT, yeah, you basically say describe this image in a detailed paragraph, prompt engineering. Yeah, as I'm a tourist, yeah, don't give me blah blah blah. So you're kind of doing some prompt engineering here. You then have certain parameters. Yeah, and then over here, I think Renuka mentioned in her presentation that you have the model, what model to use, what is the temperature that you want to the model to use when it is returning the result, and what is the schema. So you're kind of almost like, that's the benefit of GenKit. You're defining it, you're giving it a structure, you are making sure that it is type safe, and you have an expected response or result. Yeah, so that is the advantage of creating prompts. Yeah, so you can create as many prompts as possible, and once you're doing it, you can save it in the source control. Yeah, so now this prompt, so if your manager or someone else comes in saying, hey, now I need to know how did I get to this result, you're like, okay, the prompt I used is this, and these are the different parameters over here. If you see, again, you can use some safety settings, etc., etc. Yeah, so that's pure prompt engineering, but in source control now. Benefit of GenKit here. Yeah, the next thing I would like to explore here is the flows. Yeah, flow is, as I think Rukia mentioned, that it is all JavaScript. Yes, it is all JavaScript. So in JavaScript, we are using the GenKit AI. So configuration, this is still code, this is still code. So what it is doing is create a flow. Yeah, I think I'll take an easy one. Yeah, this is more easier for you to understand. So create a flow called as Renuka refinement or Sumit refinement flow, and then it is equals to ai.define flow. That's a name. you have schema, which this in this case it uses, well, it used to use Zod, isn't it, Renuka? Now it uses the Z from GenKit, which is the way
Yeah.
of expanding the schema. Yeah, Z as string and Z as unknown, and then which means the output schema can be just text. Yeah, you can do console.log if you want to. Yeah, and then you saying, okay, use the prompt. Which prompt? Text refinement. I just showed you the text refinement prompt here. Yeah, so that's the prompt. And Mr. GenKit, yeah, just run this with the request that is sent by the user. And it is a JavaScript way of running this flow. Yeah, so flow and prompts. Now I think you guys have a better idea in terms of code. Yeah. So why did I have to come here? It's basically that needs AI. Yeah. And where is the AI? The AI is in aistudio.google.com. So we need to now configure our IDX to actually use the API keys. Yeah. So if you look at dev.nx next file, there is a replace me here. Yeah, placeholder. Yeah. So it actually says, can you give me the Google API key? Yeah. So what you can do is you click on this. Yeah, project IDX. Yeah, I have set my project already because I think I have done it too many times now. You may see this empty, so you have to connect this, yeah, to the console.google.com, yeah, Firebase project that you set up. Yeah, then you have to click on Get API Key. Okay, and if you guys are struggling, what you could do is you could actually reuse my API key. Yeah, so it actually then opens that. Yeah, console.google.com credential Lego demo. Yeah, and over here I have my key. Yeah, I think that's the name of the, yeah, that's the name of this thing, show key. Yeah, it's only needs a key. It does not need you to set it up. Yeah, so right now it's not saying, you need to make sure that this is your own project. It's just an API key and a maps API key. Yeah, so the reason for maps API key is gonna say, okay, find the places from Google Maps API, and I'm using both the keys. So you're setting this up over here. Okay, I hit save. The moment you change this side, what we are changing is we're changing the entire environment. Yeah, so I have to rebuild it. So I'm going to say rebuild it. So it's not setting the workspace from scratch. It's not initializing the environment. It is just rebuilding the environment based on the two keys that I've saved here. So that's one step. The next step over here is you have to tell GenKit now to use the API key. So remember, like on my local, when I was setting it up over here, I ran a command saying export Google API key. This is exactly the same command that we just did on the environment. Yeah. So what we are now currently doing is we're going to go into GenKit and says, hey, also, whenever I'm calling something for AI, yeah, could you also use the key? Yeah, and over here, there's two more replacements that you have to do, but you don't have to rebuild the uh, the environment. Yeah, so two places I added the API keys that I got it from AI Studio, or even when you created the console.firebase. Yeah. Then if I then go back to my GenKit AI and I refresh that, yeah, I should be able to now talk to AI. Okay, so I'm trying to request, I just was thinking about while I was doing this demo, is to actually have a Christmas vacation in Prague. Yeah, so Christmas in Prague. So suggest me something which is a Christmas in Prague. Look at an image like this. It looks like a Christmas market. I didn't say that this is a Christmas market, yeah, but it looks like a Christmas market over there, no? So use this image. So copy image address. And can you suggest me what can I do when I'm thinking of a vacation in Prague? Yeah, so that's what I am asking AI. Yeah, so here you go. I do not know whether the results would be so because it is non-deterministic. Yeah, it is using AI. So when I hit on this button, I fail to fetch.
Sumit,
Let's do
we missed something. Some. Hmm,
let's do a
hmm,
simple one first. Yeah.
yeah,
So request is Christmas. No, not even that. Let's just look at a simple prompt. No, let's ask this one that provided this image. Could you tell me, describe the image detailed in the paragraph? Don't give me location. Da, 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 da. Run that. So if that works, imagine your breathtaking Europe city square. Yeah, that's good. So it actually, so over here I haven't given it much. Yeah, so these are I'm testing my prompts. Yeah, so so that I know where I may be facing a problem. So I'm setting an image and so describe this image. Yeah, as I'm a tourist destination, and this is what I will be using. Yeah, don't give me the name of the location, only give me the description of the image. So, and you guys have seen this image. Yeah, so it looks like a square, busy square with some red. And so what is it returning? It's returning that it's imaginary location, you've been transported to a European city. It says don't give me the name of the location. Yeah, so it cannot give me the name of the location. Yeah, it's just saying it is a glow warmy soft evening day, etc., etc. It has some stalls, which is interesting. Yeah, festive stalls. So that's a kind of a description that I have given. Yeah. So the prompts are correct, Renuka. It is using AI. Hmm?
yeah. And
Now the flow. Let's just ask a simple flow. Yeah. So let's see whether it is able to. Hmm, mess in Parag. And I think that's the thing. Stick to what you know. So Parag is something I just thought about this morning. So uh, yeah, okay. So what what this flow does is basically it takes a text, yeah, and it returns JSON. I think there was a question: does it return the way it is? Yeah, and the thing that we want to do is basically the cost. Yeah, is it going to be expensive? Nope. The date, and is it kids friendly or not? Yeah, so kids friendly, date, and that. So you put in a text and it actually returns that. So that actually this flow also works. Yeah, so it's using AI there. So the only flow that did not work is, I now know why did I do that. But I went ahead. Yeah, so the only flow that did not work is our image one. Yeah, so basically itinerary generation. Yeah, so I think I went one step ahead. You are right, Renuka. So we set up the API key. We have all the prompts and the flows ready. Yeah, it's a simple one. We can actually do image. We can do text. Yeah, and there are others. So why would this itinerary one not work? Yeah, so the reason why itinerary one will not work is I'm using RAG there. Yeah, which means I have to connect to data connect. Okay, so going back to our architecture, so this works, this works, this works, Gemini Pro works, yeah, API works. We will look at speech to text if needed. So the next step to set it up is the Firebase Data Connects. That then talks to Cloud SQL. Okay, so that is what I did not do, Renuka. Okay, so the next thing, and I'll explain you what's happening there. Yeah. So next thing what we do is basically there's an icon next to it, yeah, which is the Firebase Data Connect icon. Yeah. The Firebase Data Connect icon. If you are not signed in, it will ask you to sign in. If you have not set up your project, it will ask you to set up the project, and then it will ask you to select the JSON file. Yeah, anyone who has used Firebase before, what is in the JSON file? Let me open it in this code. Yeah, it is collapse all. It is this file. Yeah, which you can set it up locally anytime. Yeah, and it's just saying that Firebase JSON. I just want to use Data Connect. And the source is Data Connect, nothing else. Yeah. So I did it, and if anyone has used Firebase Data Connect, or it's the first time you guys are seeing it, yeah, it's this new icon in here, which is a Data Connect icon. uh, it's interesting. It says, "Hey, get started." And when I click on get started, it says, "What do you want to do?" A little bit more background on Firebase Data Connect. It's a Google way of doing Postgres, yeah, which is a structured database. Yeah. So there are multiple options. One is a free option, or you basically have to pay. Yeah. So what it does is it actually creates a cloud instance, a Unix instance, which is a micro Unix instance, which installs Postgres in the cloud, and then it gives you a connection. Yeah. Or you can directly connect to any, yeah, cloud SQL instance, which is a Postgres only instance, and then you that. We are not going to do either. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll run it locally. Okay. So we go back to this one, and we click on Start Emulator. So Start Emulator is going to run the Data Connect locally, yeah, in an emulator. Okay, looks like it is running, and we can see it here. Okay, Data Connect is there. It uses port 9399. But just to give you a little bit more, it's not just that. It uses Postgres. Yeah. So if you see here, yeah, Firebase Data Connect Postgres connection string is set to Postgres user password localhost 4532 data connect dot dat. So it's running on this port. Okay. Now, if you guys have ever used Postgres, or maybe when during the old days when we are doing my SQLite or something like that, yeah, you could use a tool where you can inspect what is happening. Yeah, so this is the SQL tool. Yeah, then you click on the data connection, and in here, yeah, you have different schemas. Yeah, so you have the schema for the table, activities, and places. Yeah, so activities and places, as list of activities I can do, and what are the places that I can actually add retriever rag to. Yeah, so these are my places in my database. Yeah, just bring it down here for more visibility. Yeah, so if you look at it, it is a list of places. It has where is it? Yeah, the country, the embedding. I will explain it to you in a bit. Known for, etc., etc. Yeah, and the tags. So that's your database. Yeah, and then it's a similar stuff. What activities can you do? So it's like a relational database. So activities has place reference and destination reference and so and so. Just quickly explore that, and you can see explore the Amazon rainforest. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this is a step I kind of skipped, yeah, before I showed you uh, the flow. Yeah. So on the flow, I go back. Hopefully, I don't think it's hopefully. I'm confident, but sometimes Christmas in PARAGUE, and the image I had was this. I think, yeah, still in my thing. Run. So I will explain you the code after this. Yeah. Uh, not confident. What is it here?
What happened here? Okay.
403. Something is stopped. Let's see what is stopped. So Flutter is running. GenKit is running. What I will do is I will do control C and run this again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see now.
Maybe you can refresh
Yeah.
the thing as well.
I don't think it wants me to go to Parag. That's what it is here. Rest. Run.
Can you provide the proper JPEG file, Sumit? I feel like the images file. Just
Okay, let me just ask it without an image then. Yeah.
yeah. Or
It
what
should
you
work
can do
because
if
we did
yeah,
that
yesterday we
image
done.
on the other side. No, we just did it
Yeah.
also. So it's a 403 and a 403 on a task queue. Uh, Supermarket finder. So it is the places dot. Uh, he was saying, don't do a new one, no?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Don't do a new one. So it's the supermarket. So I think it's a good time to actually explore the code now. What happened this here? Yeah. So if you look
If,
at,
if if we
go
put
ahead.
the proper spelling of Prague, like someone is saying that does it affect the spelling of Prague?
Mm, what is the spelling of Prague then? Maybe you may be
P
right
R
there.
A, yeah, Prag. What you have written there? Let's see. Yes, Pre.
Okay, let's do London then. Yeah, London is
Yeah.
safe.
And
Or
give the
Bali.
lender,
Bali.
yeah, give the some image of Pali then.
Nope, I don't want to go there. I'll use the same image though. That should work, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's this one, which is supermarket finder.
Sumit, what you can do? Yesterday
Hmm.
night, what we run the another project on your IDX. Maybe you can run
Hmm.
that. We
We can
already have
move to that.
everything.
Yep.
Yep.
Just give me one more second. Yeah, I think let's just switch to so because I think they're changing it, but maybe we can get to the bottom of it also. It's not. So what it is doing is it is using a flow, the itinerary manager flow. Yeah. So what itinerary manager flow does is basically it has so it uses the maps API key. Okay. Get places for activity. Get places for activity, then looks at different location. Yeah. Uses the maps again. Says recommended meals. Yeah. And I feel like where it may be failing is it this one or is it the supermarket one?
Restaurant,
So the restaurant
supermarket
one,
one.
no, the
Yeah,
supermarket one.
restaurant. Yeah.
So it then does is that recommended meals,
The
places, s-
supermarket.
generated that, output, plan itinerary, and cleanup. Where is the restaurant one then?
No, there was something the supermarket one that's the same code for me. There was because they have added the supermarket to the core.
Not in this one. It has to be in here, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Generate itinerary for place, cleanup. Command F, super. It's not there actually. Supermarket, restaurant finder, supermarket finder. Yeah. And it was there in the itinerary manager tool supermarket finder and K supermarket finder. Hmm. I think it would be too much to change right now, no? To basically, so the whole idea is if I can comment
Yeah,
this side and
yes.
forget about supermarket for now. But what I'll do is I'll cheat a little bit as usual. Yeah, we go back to project IDX. Yeah, on the dashboard, and we did a similar demo yesterday. So I'm gonna use the one from yesterday.
Someone is saying that API key maybe the 403 is the authentic authorization error. Mm. So but there was something, right? Authenticate thing on the IDX, right? Like yesterday we were trying that to just authenticate it.
Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, I think because we had already set it up a few times, it's already authenticated. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But what I remember is they were saying that they are changing some more additional stuff, especially around places, yeah, and supermarket. Yeah. So that's why Mike, I'm more concerned that that could be one of the reasons. He said that supermarket is something I'm working on. I was like, nope. Uh, took the latest code. So yeah. So let's look at the one which we had before. Yeah. So everything should be the same. No changes. So IDX in the here we have IDS and X. I have the API key. I don't have the Maps API key, so I'm going to just add that. Yeah. Here. Yes. Grant access. Grant access. Cloud project Lego demo. Confirm. Okay. So I'm going to save and rebuild environment. Okay. This looks good. Uh, on your terminal, you can see Flutter has started. Good. On the terminal, you can see the GenKit has started. Then we go back one more and we see if the keys are correct over here. So Maps API key and GenAI KPI keys are correct. So if I then go back, I can hopefully use the same window. Yes, I can. CHRIS streamers in London. And the image I want to use is Parag. Oops, not that. To run that. Nope, it's exactly the same error.
still it's okay. We try on
Hmm.
my
Supermarket Finder. Let's see if I missed one of the steps. So this is correct. Oh, it doesn't have the emulator. Okay, and what else? Project IDX. The authentication is done already here. The API key is correct. Is my API key now different or have been abused? Yep.
think Sumit, what is happening? They are making some changes because it's not working on my side. It was working yesterday night, but not today. So there is some problem from their side. Hmm. I'm also getting the same error what you are getting.
Okay. So I missed on one step, one additional step. Yeah, because we've been running this twice, thrice, a billion times now. So what I missed on is an assumption. Yeah. So when I said give me the API key, yeah, on the API cloudconsole.google.com, yeah, for our project.
Yes,
Yeah.
we forgot to add the place API. I think Sumit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So edit API key. Yeah. And over here, yeah, API has restrictions. Yeah. And it says, okay, what type of restrictions do you want to select? So restrict key, and then you need to then do places. Yeah. And then find the places API key. okay, and add it. So this is the thing I missed out. I thought that it should just work, because if you look at the others that we created, yeah, for our demos, we actually have two APIs in there, yeah. So the keys that is, so this is a way of Google actually making sure that you can restrict the keys and abusing and get abused, yeah. So uh, yeah, and so I think in programming, never do assumptions. Make sure that you check one more time. Yes, I assume that this would be set up because we did it yesterday, but it was not. Yeah, so just make sure that when you're here, and how to get there is when you are on IDX. Yeah, you say get API key. When you click on that, yeah, it opens up. So right now it's already set up. Yeah, it opens up this new window, which is console.google.com. Make sure that the project is selected. Yeah, and then for that you actually use the API keys. Yeah. Okay, so we are a bit more, and I think we also are aware of the time. It's been almost 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So I can quickly also finish it. And let me see. Yeah, well, it worked. Yeah. So what it does is basically request an image, and then it went through it went through and gave me the itinerary. Yeah. So let's just be a bit more brave and open the Compass app. Yeah, Flutter should be running on my new IDE. Yes, I'm gonna type. I'm gonna check Parag again. Yeah, that's in. What's the spelling? P-A-R-A-G? P-A-R-A-G-E.
GE. Yeah.
Is it Parag? P-R-A-G-E. No, I think it's not.
Prague.
P-R-A-G-U-E. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and says Christmas in Parag. I'm gonna use that image that I had open. Yeah. So this is our app now. Yeah. It can be a Flutter app, a web app, or any app. Yeah, that's just a simple UI. But now you're using GenKit to actually communicate, plan my dream. Yeah, again. So what is this code doing? This code is actually calling your GenKit, and which one? It's this one. Yep. So it's this prompt. Yep. So it says, okay, give me the text refinement for this one, which is actually calling the first flow. Yeah, first flow would be if I say CHRIST must in PARAGUE. It says, okay, are the kids alive? Okay, are kids allowed? Is it expensive? Or what is the date? Yeah. So if I go in here, are kids allowed? What is the date? And what is your budget? Yeah. It says, okay. Now it's actually using AI to give you some suggestion on the idea that you had. Saying, I have an idea. Wow, I have an idea where I would like to go to Parag. I think I may have set the date before, so it remembers the date. Yeah, and then it says, what can you do? So day one, day two, day three, yeah, etc., etc. Yeah, so that's the project. That's the uh, that's the code lab, and let's see. Just take another moment to see what it did. Yes, it actually called the flow itinerary generator. Yeah, and it's a lot to actually take in from here. Yeah, so it says, so this is just JavaScript. Yeah, so config GenKit. So it actually goes to config genkit.ts. It then initiates AI GenKit, and then over here, what model to use and where are the prompts in the prompt directory. Okay, so that's this code. Then it has place retriever, which is again JavaScript. It has destination, itinerary generator, and itinerary request. Yeah. Oops. Backspace. Ah, backspace. I can open VS Code. I think that's much easier. GenKit. source flows itinerary generator. Yeah. So destination itinerary generator input. Yeah. So these are again JavaScript files, and then it says plan itinerary. Plan itinerary is in the shared folder. Yeah. And then that's the itinerary manager for it. Okay. If you remember, it uses a Places API, so it needs the Google Maps API key. It will actually then go in and get the data and map each one of them. Yep.
So,
So this
Sumit,
is
someone is asking, could you please
Mhm.
share the rack part quickly and connect the PG vector to the add retriever and embedding used for the LM query?
Perfect.
Uh,
Exactly. That is the journey I'm taking. Yeah. So
yeah.
so itinerary generator is a flow. Yeah. It's just a simple flow. It can be anything. Yeah. So you can keep it simple by completely using AI and nothing RAG. That's how the project was set up. Yeah, I think maybe we need to have two phases of the project, but time constraint wise, we didn't have that. Yeah. So if it is like no RAG, only AI, what I will be doing is basically I'll take the input from the user. I'll ask the I'll ask AI to describe the image. Yeah, which is this part. Yeah, so in this prompt, I have image describe me this image. Yeah, and get like what is this image about? Use that from the AI. Yeah, I get the image is about a Christmas market, so and so. I don't need to even imagine that user is asking for Christmas or not. Yeah, I can ask this based on an image, Mr. AI. Yeah, tell me what can I do? Yeah, that's first part. Yeah, so this is this part. Then the next part is where the question comes. Yeah, in here, suggest me a destination. Okay, when it is saying based on this image, yeah, it can also suggest that okay, based on this image, it's about Christmas. I can suggest you destination like Prague or Vienna or other Christmas places. Yeah, still no RAG. Yeah, only AI. Okay, the last bit is RAG. So what it is going to do is based on the destination and the image. Yeah, it can say also make sure I have my data. Yeah, so for each destination, look into my data and give me back a result, and that is RAG. Okay, so if I showed you on in here, where is it gone? Completely closed it. If I showed you in here, I showed you that it actually uses the database. No, so you connect with SQL tool. No, it's still loading. Uh, you connect to SQL tool, and this is the part it actually says, okay, based on the AI suggested destination, go and check and add a little bit more to that information. Yeah. So that part is RAG. Yeah. So this is RAG here. And how does that work? Is itinerary generator. If you look at somewhere in here, it actually calls where's it gone? The places retriever. The place retriever, yeah, is going to now know the places available. Yeah, so if I do Control F docs, yeah, so result places embedding find similarities, yeah, for the destinations, and then give me back the result. Yeah, so places retriever is a way. I think in your session, Renuka, you talked about retrievers, yeah,
Yeah.
and if you look at the name it gave, yeah, it says it's a data connect, yeah, and retrievers or RAG does not even need to be databases. It can be a file, it can be anything. So you're saying, okay, you gave me some information, now I would like to refine it. Yeah, I want to add more to it. In our case, what we did is we actually used a database. Database is Data Connect. Yeah, and in the Data Connect database, yeah, we actually what we did and why we use Postgres is in the table for every place, yeah, we created a vector of it. yeah, an embedding of it. So what we did, and it's not magic at all, yeah. So we actually created, this place is known for, yeah, Christmas, skiing, or anything, yeah. And then that information we, oh come on, and that information we created a vect embedding for that, yeah. And embedding is a way to find things which are close to each other, yeah. Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions?
Lot to absorb.
Mm. But like they should try themselves, Sumit. Like just like we
Definitely.
spend like a 4 to 5 nights on this to learn this. Still, it is a code done by Google Earth and everything. But to absorb the knowledge, you have to do it by yourself, and then again you will get some different error. Do that, debug that error, and that's how you can learn basically.
Mhm. So I'm gonna leave that. There's a lot to absorb,
Yeah.
and lot to connect also. You see that so much connections going on. So just gonna take one more second to see what we just did. So architecture wise is a Flutter app. You saw that you could even do speech to text. So if you click on home, plan your trip, you can do speech to text here. Yeah, so that's speech to text. uh, I think one of our attendees said, well, it's all JavaScript. So how would I do that? So I did all of that locally and la la la. How would I do it on from the server for a real app? Yeah, for that you would have to host your GenKit on Firebase hosting. Yeah, because these are nothing but functions. Okay. You could do Firebase app check to make sure that no one can abuse it. The keys are all secure and safe. Yeah. Then it uses Cloud Run so that you can then run Firebase Data Connect on Cloud Run and GenKit on Cloud Run. So you're not doing yourself, and you're not creating anything, because if you look at it, how difficult was it to actually set it up all locally? Now you're saying, I would like to host it. Yeah, so I want to use something outside of this. Yeah, and then it uses Google AI. Yeah, we saw the connections that we set using Vertex AI. Then you use Gemini 1.5 Pro or Flash. Gecko embedding. Gecko embedding, a quick one. If you guys don't know, I think we have done few many sessions, so we think that everyone knows. But when we talk about RAG and when we talk about embeddings, yeah. So actually, if you, oops, I cannot do it like that. I need to use this. So this embedding, yeah, is a number representation of this text, and that's what AI is all about, no? And in our last sessions and upcoming sessions, we will talk a little bit more about embeddings and vectors and so on. So yeah, so what it is using, here you go, text embedding Gecko. Yeah, you saw that here in the data connect place retriever. It uses a text embedding Gecko. So going back to my slide, it uses Gecko embedding. And then we use Firebase Data Connect for RAG, which is a Cloud SQL database. Hopefully, I was able to explain all of that today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a like a it's a not easy thing. It's a completely new concept, new thing. So yeah, it will take time to absorb all the content. So we will providing the recording. So don't worry about that. You can follow on that with basically recording. So with I think we have to share the next session link so that people can register if they hasn't registered for the next session link, and then cloud boost link as well. Like I think Goran has mentioned everything. It was,
Yeah, I think we have a Canva, no, for that. So let
yeah,
me
Canva, yeah.
quickly,
And I can post that links in the chat as well so that people can take it from there as well.
Mhm. So you can still see my screen, yeah? You can still see my screen.
We haven't, yeah, now we can see.
Okay, so today it was us. I'm just going through this quickly. I should not. So this is not the one, yeah?
No, Sumit, it's a AI study jam. That is the second. Yeah, he has added that stuff.
Hmm.
He has done very professionally. Good ask.
So the next one is on the 12th, session 2. Where is the session 3?
In the same, I think he has hide that session three. Maybe you have to just select a session three from that.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep this cloud skill push for a bit. Yeah, you guys can have a quick look.
I'm
And
sharing that link
session,
here as well in chat if anybody wants.
yeah, so session 2 basically finished that assignment. And I think I forgot to mention, if you want to go slower than this, there is a code lab. Yeah, so code lab. Do you remember, Renuka, the code
Yeah,
lab
yeah.
for the web,
Yep.
which is code
It
lab,
is already linked in that GitHub basically. The code lab link, the blog link, and the IDX link in that same.
the same one. Yeah, so if I
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to GitHub,
Yep.
Firebase extension, and then
Yes.
in
Yes.
here,
Maybe. Yeah.
yeah, there's a blog article.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a blog article you could run through. It explains you a bit more, but I think it's very snapshot view of this. And then there's a code lab. And my assignment would be that you guys go through this code lab.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to put it out here to go through the code lab. Okay, nothing else to add from my side, Renuka. So I think we thank you so much for jumping in today, guys. I hope this was a
Um,
good session and you learned something valuable.
yeah. And give this kind of learning gift for yourself. Spend some time, what we have done, learn it from your side. If you have any question, put it on the Discord channel. We are there to help you.
Okay, have a good
Yeah.
weekend, rest of the weekend.
Yep.
Enjoy and really
Thanks.
looking forward for the assignments from you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye.